Play it.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Let me try one more time. Welcome back to the show. It's BVK Presents Live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. The reason why that first wake up was delayed is because I tried to do some cool visual, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was too, not coordinated. And I'm just like, it looks like I'm doing sign language. And I got distracted and I hit the button late. That's how that goes. Welcome back to the show. It's Monday, December 5th. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning in. And there it is. I will reward you for listening to this fine program. Today, we have two major ticket items that we're giving away. First and foremost, Muse. We got those Muse tickets that we're giving away. Of course, they are going to be performing up north here in a few months, and I got your hookup. And then last week, we announced that Red Hot Chili Peppers were coming to State Farm Stadium in March or May. It's one of the M months. And that had to get postponed because there was an issue with the name of the tour. So now they're re-announcing this morning. So this is your announcement. Red Hot Chili Peppers are coming back to the same location, same date as I said last week. And we have win them before you buy tickets for the Chili Peppers all week long yet again. So that's great news. That means over the past 2 weeks, we'll give away 7 pairs of tickets. We've already given away 2 pairs of tickets for the Chili Peppers. Now I have 5 more pairs of tickets I'm going to give away each and every day this week as we continue our festive feeling here on the program. So we got that going on. A couple announcements I'll make. But first, since it reminded me this. I don't know why you got to give that sound. It's a nice little drop. I know, Powers, you had a person accost you or talk to you about that wake up drop, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What did they say?
They said that you got that from someone in Phoenix.
Yes. Right. Did he say it in a way it's like, oh, this guy's a thief?
A little.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. He's ripping off this guy.
This guy, and I'm glad he's such a defender of that guy. He doesn't know that guy's name. That guy's name was actually Bruce Kelly, a legendary Phoenix broadcaster, and actually broadcasted throughout the country. He was one of the first Sirius XM DJs, in fact. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. And a fun fact about Bruce Kelly, that was the first morning show I remember listening to as a kid growing up in the 80s in Phoenix, Arizona. This wake up drop, I would hear all the time, with my mom listening to the show. He used to do a funny bit where he would, break into people's houses. And now I don't know if it was staged or not, but he basically committed a felony. He would break into people's houses or have someone break into the house while the significant other was on the phone. It's usually the wife who's she gets to sleep in every day because it was the 80s. So she's stay at home mom. And she's like, I think George, he's been working 2 jobs. And I think it'd be hilarious if you wake him up at 5:30 in the morning with the mariachi band. And then next thing you know, mariachi band's playing. George wakes up. What's going on? I'm having a stroke. And then you would hear this. And then laughter would ensue, and George wouldn't be mad anymore, and his heart rate would go back down. And yeah, sure, he couldn't feel the left side of his body, but he lived, and that was hilarious memories. And since Bruce Kelly was a major influence of mine growing up, and was the introduction to morning show radio, and made me fall in love with it. When I came across this little soundbite, I thought it only appropriate to incorporate it as an homage. Not necessarily a thievery, but I think, every kind of homage is somewhat thievery. But
in a way. Well, he made it sound like this guy was still on the air now. and
Yeah.
you're like doing something that's also going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Bruce Kelly never aired in this market that I know of, and he did return to Phoenix a few years back after his fall from grace, and he got a couple jobs right off the bat in some big stations. But for whatever reason, it would take just a few weeks or a month or two, and he would get dropped from said station.
Oh.
Now, this guy is a legend, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Well, it turns out maybe Bruce Kelly was dealing with some personal issues and demons that made him not so reliable. And it's unfortunate. And I actually reached out to Bruce Kelly via Facebook to tell him thank you for the inspiration and what I'm doing and blah, 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 blah. It was a very short but heartfelt and sweet message just to say thank you for, your inspiration. Left on red. No response whatsoever.
Ah.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, it's a homage or just stealing it. Be like, you know what? Then F you, I'm taking this. But I still don't think I would have fallen in love with morning radio if it wasn't for Bruce Kelly. So I do appreciate it.
Well, like I've said to you, you're raising a generation.
Yeah, exactly. So any kids out there listening to this show, if you're 8, 9, 10 years old, and if you think you want to do like a digital morning show on YouTube's or Spotify's or I don't know, any kind of new cloud service in the future, I don't know what's going to be popular, or even radio if it's still around, then feel free to borrow that as an homage and say, I got this from Beat Vegan, who got it from Bruce Kelly. Write down both names.
There you go.
All right, got a major announcement that I want to give to you. Now, last year didn't really work out for us. I'm talking about the Barstool Bowl because COVID.
All right.
Right, so they had the two teams ready to go. Was going to be the inaugural year that we had the big sponsor, Barstool Sports, coming in, pumping in a bunch of money into our economy, throwing a bunch of big parties, and then boom, the teams got sick. No game happened, but everything else still kind of did. Well, they did announce that we have teams already situated and set for this year's Arizona Bowl, which should be able to go off without a hitch. The Barstool Arizona Bowl will feature the University of Wyoming and Ohio University to square off against each other. And celebrations are going to be like pretty much the entire week. They'll continue through December 31st at the Taco Bell New Year's Eve downtown bowl bash, which is Tucson's take on Times Square. And the headliner for that night, Roger Klein and the Peacemakers, which I'm actually stoked about because I am a closet peacemaker and it's good beer drinking music for sure. They'll also have a silent disco and a bunch of stuff. The game will be played on Friday, December 30th at 2:30 kickoff. So the game is going down, and that whole week we'll see how Barstool rolls out an official party post-COVID, because they came in with a lot of promises, a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, and I believe in them. Now I want to kick back and see, and I can't wait for this. And you don't know if you're going to be hosting New Year's Eve at Congress yet, do you?
Don't know yet. We'll see.
All right. Well, keep that in mind. All right. With all that said, let's get this show moving. We got your Morning Moron coming up after the Chili Peppers, who we are giving away tickets for around 7:30 this morning. So keep it right here. It's Tucson's Rock Station, Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know the name of the show. Let's go.
Like a couple of buddies.
Did you miss that, Mari? You like how killer we were on our Let's Go? We got it down like we've done it before. I mean, yeah, sure, it might be a little cheese dick, but good morning, Mari. How about you speak into your microphone? My God, she's my friend who's been doing radio the longest out of everyone who's on the show. And I'm like, why do you sound so far away? Oh, your microphone's up by the ceiling. Yes.
What am I doing here?
Hey, Merry Christmas to you. So in honor of that, there's some Christmas lights for you.
Oh, it's so festive.
Yes, we're getting festive here for our December streams. We have a lot to cover here on the podcast broadcast. And it's going to be positive on a Monday. We have weed news that we're going to get to. We're going to talk about the latest health trend. This is a way for all of us to lose some weight. For you, baby weight. For us, we're just going to claim your baby weight.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I put on a few pounds since you had that kid.
Yeah. And also like positive things you could say to change someone's day. And, I got some positive shit. And then Power's got some news to break down. And we're still figuring out, since Mari hasn't been getting dirty DMs anymore after she got pregnant the second time. We're figuring out a new angle for Mari, but I know that we'll have a lot of stuff. So good morning to everybody. Keep those comments coming here in the stream. And I'm about to do another live tease here. We went to the Tamale Festival this weekend.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it was, these judging the Tamale Fest or any kind of food contest is it's surprisingly punishing.
Can I sum it up?
Sure.
A roller coaster of emotions.
Well,
Yes.
no.
Because it's punishing, but then also good, but then also scary.
Yeah.
What's scary?
How
we'll explain here in
gross
a
the
second.
food could be.
Right.
Oh.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. As you, if you follow us on social media, you probably saw that both Powers and I, along with Rico, were honorary judges in the annual Tamale Fest that happened at Casino del Sol. Now, it was raining, but still tons of people came out. And then we had to taste test all of these tamales, and we're sharing our experience on the podcast broadcast stream, which is currently live. So you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here. We have Ghosts coming up right now. And then when we come back, there's a new health trend that'll help you lose weight super fast. And it's really easy to do, but you'll look funny doing it. I'll tell you what that is after Call Me Little Sunshine on Rock 102.1 KFMA, or join us on the conversation on the live stream on our Facebook pages at Beef Vegan, everywhere you look, and youtube.com/Beef Vegan. Let's go. All right. So, I've done this food judging thing several times, and very rarely is it not a punishing experience. And it's because, like, say, the one who does it best for me is the knife fight. Shout out Chef Gary.
Yeah.
Because it's a reasonable amount of food. It's two chefs going heads up, and then you try 3 to 4 different items, right? And you're taking a couple bites, and you're sharing the one plate with the 2 other judges or 3 other judges. And so you don't get full at all.
Right.
Right? With Tamale Fest, it was a conveyor line, of 20 different samples of tamales, and tamales just sit in your stomach because it's all that mozz and that corn. And with Powers, we have video of it, and then Rico's going to put it together. Powers was not enjoying the flavor palettes of a lot of these. He looked miserable.
I realized, so one of my biggest fears, it's a tiny fear, but it's a big fear. It's like reaching into like a dark spot. Like there's even that old show, that fear show, like
Fear Factor.
box. Yeah. And I'd be terrible at it just in general.
Right.
And this is kind of like that, but with flavor. It's like, oh, hey, what's this? That was definitely seafood. Oh, this is the first one we're going to try. Well, that's going to make the rest of these real good.
Ooh.
The first one was definitely some sort of seafood, which makes the next 2 or 3 bites of the next.
See,
I was like nauseous.
I
You
enjoy
like
it.
seafood?
It depends on what it is.
I don't like it.
See,
so
that's-
if I got shrimp, I'd be like, well,
See, I would probably be able to handle shrimp, but certain seafoody stuff, it's too much.
See, I feel like he has kind of like a child's palate. I
So do
enjoy seafood and eclectic taste for sure. What I don't like though is sometimes there was a couple that were kind of mixed in where your brain gets kind of used to or prepared for what you're going to taste. So there was one tamale that was kind of like a sweet kind of raisin bread taste, and I'm like, oh, I guess we're doing desserts now.
Ooh.
Okay, so my brain's like switching over to sweet mode. And then the next tamale I ate was this super spicy, like in your face seafood dish. I was like, oh, the fuck.
Yeah.
oh God, that sounds pretty miserable though. The mix of like
Right.
sweet and like seafood.
Yes.
And then
Like-
you look at the next one, and then you realize only 13 more of this to go.
Yes.
Oh, fun. Toward the end of it, I'm like counting my bites. I'm like, come on, 3 bites. You got to be to do it.
Well, you did
'Cause
3
I
whole
was-
bites too.
Well, because they were each a little bit, they were about a bite worth, right?
Yeah, they were in little sample cups.
Yes.
And the way that they
Okay.
did it, I thought was actually smart. So they would have little trays. It's like Costco lineup, right? And each tray has a bunch of sample cups, and then they had a card there for you to rate each sample. And then once you filled it out, you flipped it upside down. And so that way you went all the way through. It was blind taste testing. And that part was all legit. But the fact that, a lot of people signed up for it and a lot of people tapped out before the last 2 rounds. So we were getting pulled in to do more than 1 round. And so we were stuffed to the gills.
Now, someone was earning extra credit. How many times how many tamale bites did you do? How many samples did you actually do?
Altogether?
Yes, because you did more than, I think you did the equivalent of me and Rico combined.
I did more than anybody there.
Yeah.
I outsampled everybody. Yes. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, talking about judging the Tamale Fest at Casino del Sol over the weekend. And there was like 50 judges signed up. And there was 5 different categories. It was like green corn tamale, red tamale, traditional red tamale, and then gourmet tamale, and then sweet tamale. So 4 categories. And initially, everyone kind of lined up and were judges for like the green tamale and the traditional tamale, which I was a part of. But then after that, people tapped out because they got filled up with tamales pretty quickly.
Oof. Yeah.
And so they didn't have enough judges. And Veronica, the marketing director at the casino, looked upon me to help save the day and step up. And since I'm a team player and I appreciate the hookup at Casino del Sol, then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. So I had to do 3 rounds, and then I had to do the extra 3 that people walked away on.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude.
You did the tiebreakers too.
I did.
You did.
I did the tiebreakers. I had Maz coming out my ears, and it's weird when you eat that much like corn Maz and the tamales because it sits on top of your stomach. It's not even in your stomach.
Oh,
You
in there.
feel it on top of your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I rolled out of there.
Wait, are you saying Maz? Is that like maize or is it?
Yeah,
Maz?
Yeah, it's maize. It's the corn Maz.
That's what I'm saying. Have I been saying it wrong my whole life, or have you?
All right, 600 KFMA, 605 362. Who's saying it right?
We're the tamale judges.
Yes.
Well, I thought it was masa.
Yeah,
Wow.
masa. So we could be both saying it wrong. I need someone Hispanic to call in and let us know who's saying it correctly, or if we're both saying it incorrectly. No gringos allowed, please.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the bad news is we probably gained a couple pounds being judges for the Tamale Fest. But the good news is I have a surefire way to melt those pounds off your fat ass.
It's not exercise.
It is exercise.
Oh, okay. So that's the secret.
Yes.
It's not just a secret, though. Don't be
I'm not.
what is it? Joy kill? Yeah, joy kill.
Never.
Here is the way that you should exercise. Okay. Experts are saying that walking backwards is the key to doing this. And you're nodding and you're like, oh, yeah, you know this?
I've known some of this about walking backwards. It works your legs differently and it's easier to do it, especially going uphill.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Mario, you said you did this?
Yeah, I did this with Nico and the carrier, like pushing code out a little bit ago. And like, because my friend's husband does it all the time and like swears by it. And it does. It hurts like a different area that like you don't use.
Is it good for your glutes? Is it tightening your butt?
Yeah, it was like the back of my thighs, the butt, like all the good spots.
Nice.
Walk backwards.
Yeah. I got a couple stories all talking about this. The fitness expert says walking on a treadmill backwards helps you lose weight. And Jack McNamara with University of East London says that this trick could help people burn more fat. And this is how it works, because walking backwards takes more concentration and uses more muscles than walking normally. And as a bonus, it improves stability and balance. And he recommends walking backwards on a treadmill to avoid hazards. Because if you're doing it around your neighborhood, people are going to drive by you and think you're a weirdo.
Yeah, if you do it in Disney World, you bump into a lot of people too.
Yes. Now,
I was doing it, my legs hurt.
There's a surprising number of health benefits for walking backwards. All right. So, yes. They say and this is one of the most well-studied benefits of walking backwards, improving stability and balance, which we talked about. But walking backwards causes us to take shorter, more frequent steps, leading to improved muscular endurance for the muscles in our lower legs while reducing the burden on our joints.
Nice.
Right? Yeah. So if you have arthritis, you're getting older, your like hips and your knees are going out, try walking backwards.
Ooh.
Adding changes in incline and decline can also, after the range and motion of joints and muscles, offer pain relief for conditions such as plantar fasciitis. I don't know how to say that.
I think it's fasciitis.
Yeah, something like that. And it's one of the most common causes of heel pain. Also, our posture changes brought about walking backwards also use more of the muscles supporting our lumbar spine, suggesting backwards walking could be particularly beneficial for people with lower back pain or chronic lower back pain. So all these reasons and more. And finally, walking backwards has even been used to identify and treat balance and walking speed in patients with neurological conditions following chronic stroke. So that's what what's the term of this? Now I'm already blanking out. Physical therapy instructors.
PT.
Yeah.
Things like that.
PT, thank you for giving me initials for physical therapy.
Oh,
There's
that
a
is what
better
those
name
are
for
initials
that.
for. Yeah.
You're
I'm just sorry.
all right. Well, anyways, walking backwards. Yeah. So close to making it smooth and then shit the bed. Good morning on this Monday. It's beef, shit the bed vegan here on the podcast broadcast.
I was going to try to give you a fun
Physical therapist.
Yeah. What did I say? PT, and you said physical therapy. So you're trying to think of the guy who does physical therapy?
There's another name for it. Mari, help me out here.
She hasn't had her coffee and can't find a microphone.
I don't care. I want to hear her speak. She's got a beautiful voice.
I just want to walk backwards. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
I was going to ask. Let's see if you got a good joke.
All right, real quick though. Mari, why don't you walk backwards around this table here 3 times for the stream, and this will be good for us. It'll help you wake up. And
it's not going to help me wake up.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's my argument. I'll give you coffee.
I'm like professional from like the waist up, but then I like have like my mom's sandals and socks and like
we won't be able to see that
zebra shorts.
All right. So what were you gonna say, Powers?
All right, so let's pretend we're back on the air, and I'm just gonna give you that out. So here's what it would be. Hey, what would be the benefits to moonwalking be? Got any good jokes?
Fuck you, Powers.
Oh, jeez. I was just
yeah, that's a good punch right there.
That would be your response.
First off, yeah, I mean it's my go-to response, to be honest with you. But
literally kids doing impersonations of the show. That's what they do. Did he ever tell you that story? He bumped into some kids that like and so oh, you're BV, and they know he is, and they started doing like the show. Yeah. F you, Powers. Yeah, shut up, Powers. Shut up, Rico. And then he's like,
No, they didn't say shut up, Rico. Right, they solely identified you as the target of my disdain.
That's right.
Yes. And I'm like,
he doesn't want Rico to punch him.
All right. Manny did comment. What's up, 10? Good to see you. Where is Held Out? Held Out is on my Best of the Week podcast broadcast, by the way, which you can stream if you have the Spotify app. It's morning show radio on Spotify without the commercials, the songs I choose and curate myself. Music this week, the latest from Korn and a throwback. I'm sorry, not the latest from Korn, the latest from Muse and a throwback from Muse. I got like big shots on there. I got a bunch of, actually, let me look at some of these.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
This playlist? Yeah, I'm stoked about it. Some of it I picked some of my favorite songs of 2022. You know, because Spotify made that list.
Oh, I did. I watched that. I have a really ridiculous list.
Yeah.
Oh, did you put your festival together?
I did, just for you.
Oh, good. Well, then email it to me. I want to see it, and then we'll share it on the stream. So here's some of the list. I got music on there from Black Pistol Fire, Broken Love, Des Rocks, Irontum, which I love, Queens of the Stone Age. We go with the flow. Yes. Max Frost, Moses. Moses is a really good band from the UK that I dig. Held Out's on there with Eraser, System of a Down, Congos, Dead Poet Society, of course, a throwback from the Vines, and then I close things out with Comfortably Numb by Hot Action Cop, a band. Do you remember Hot Action Cop?
I do.
So that's a throwback where I'm like, no one's gonna remember this band, but we talked about Cocaine Bear, and then I end it with Comfortably Numb.
Nice.
Yeah.
Applicable.
That's the beauty of the podcast morning show. So
what are you going to do with this? Are you going to take like today's episode to make tomorrow's Spotify episode? Are you doing this once a week, 5 times a week?
Right now, currently, I'm doing and I will get As the World Burns on there, 10. I promise you that. Because it's a mix of featuring like unsigned independent artists and local artists with some of my favorite national, and it's what I used to do up in Phoenix as well, just to have the creative control of the music. I'm thinking I'm just going to do it because I'm uploading the video podcast on Spotify daily, right? To have that just all, blabber, all the talk on there, and then they can visually watch it just like you watch it on YouTube. And I think I'm going to be doing this weekly playlist as a best of the week.
Okay.
And that way I get a little more time, but I mean, I will have specialty shows will be with this and being able to make playlists. I'm going to put together, my favorite songs of 2022 show, basically a specialty show on that and some other things. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this and just kind of give people an option to listen to us when we're not live on the air. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Amari's list. Now your list is probably pretty hip.
No, it's absolutely not. That's the embarrassing part because Kenzo hijacks it at work and then Coda hijacks it during bath time. So you'll see my top band is literally a child's
Is it Raffi?
It's not Raffi.
The Teletubbies.
All right, let's look at her list.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 Trucks headlines day one. What is 20 Trucks?
It's just literally this Mormon guy out of Phoenix that like sings about all the trucks, any kind of truck, like a feller buncher, a cement mixer, like any truck you can think of, he's got a song for it. Like, and he has like videos to it too, but like we listen to songs a lot and like literally it's Coda's favorite music.
Well, then let's play this game. I'm going to go through it and we're going to guess whether it's you, Coda, or Kenzo. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
We'll find out.
Okay.
All right. So Rob Gardner, I'm going to say is Kenzo.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Wallows. That's Kenzo again.
Coda.
Oh, Coda. Is that a kid's thing?
No, but he loves this one song because there's a bucket truck in the music video. So like we've played it on a repeat.
Yeah. So because you could see things on Spotify now. Bright Eyes is you.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Bleeding Through. I'm gonna say that's you as well.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm doing pretty good at this game.
You are.
Med Hain. Is that Coda?
I have no idea that one though.
Okay.
I think
that's probably Kenzo. Med Hain.
Yeah.
Blippy. I'll let you guess that one.
I think we know that's Coda.
Yeah.
All right. DJ Harrison. This one's tough. DJ Harrison. What do you think it is, Powers?
Oh, was it DJ?
It's DJ Harrison.
You.
No, I'm gonna
Kenzo?
say it was Coda as well.
No, it's Kenzo, I guess.
Okay.
Are there
What
kids
is he listening
DJs that
to?
go by DJ?
Yeah, I would assume so. That's why I never heard of DJ Harrison, so I was thinking as a kid DJ. Kendrick Lamar is Kenzo.
Yes.
Yep. And I'm not mad at that. Steve Lacy is Kenzo as well.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, Steve Lacy's been.
I don't know who that is.
Well, he's a buzzworthy artist. He just recently performed on Saturday Night Live, as I mentioned just weeks ago. I found out about Steve Lacy a couple months ago from my daughter because he was performing at the Rialto Theater and it was sold out immediately and tickets were like $900.
What?
They were insane.
What?
Yeah, as far as resale prices. Now the tickets directly to the Rialto, not as much, but like that's where he's at. He's a super buzzworthy for this next generation, the kids generation. He's basically like high school kids version of Prince. He's a multi-instrumentalist, R&B rock singer, and put together some good songs. I've actually listened to Steve Lacy. Yeah. All right. Back to Mari's list here.
When news to me.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody
Kenzo's
does
hip.
it.
All right. Joey Badass. That's Kenzo.
Yep.
Med. What is Med?
I have no idea.
All
I
right.
like literally don't even know half of these people.
Yeah, I don't think you listen to your
No,
Spotify at
it's
all.
because he hacks it at work, and it's kind of like a point of like contention between us because like I'll want to listen to my Spotify while I'm at home with the kids, and like he has it on at work, and like at his work, it's like whoever gets the Spotify gets to play it.
Yeah.
So if he gets there later, somebody else is going to be playing the Spotify, but usually he gets there first.
Right.
So he's always monopolizing the Spotify, and
that's what you get.
That's what I get.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I would assume the last day is pretty much Maury Day. Turnstile, that's you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Ozo Motley, that's definitely Kenzo.
That's Kenzo. Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah. Mac DeMarco is Kenzo as well.
No, that's me.
Oh, is that you?
I love Mac DeMarco.
Oh, shit. Okay. Look at
I
you.
love him.
Yeah. Which one of these artists are your favorite, Powers?
Oh, Blippy, probably.
Probably
I would think
Flippy.
you would know Mr. Nature's Music Garden though. He's like a local.
Mr. Nature's the man.
Yeah, he's on he made the list.
That's awesome.
There you go. So you know Mr. Nature. Yes. But don't know who Ozo Motley is.
Who? I don't know.
Yeah, I do. Oh, that's all right. So
A lot of
there you
these
go.
are just letters jambled together.
Right. Well, we live and we learn. So, yes. With that, I got weed news I want to share with you.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah. What do you got?
It was good to see Hot Rock back on the stream, by the way.
Yes, it was great to see Hot Rock. And then it was all, it's like, hey, let's get you back on. Or he was just looking for a good day to do so. Tuesday seemed like it'd be the best day with his schedule. And I'm like, it's a great way to remind people about your podcast. And so I tuned into his podcast the next day, and he had to start the stream like 3 different times, had technical difficulties. I felt his pain. Trust me. All right, time for some weed news. A woman who ate weed laced with wedding food and finally sued a caterer. You remember this story?
I do.
You mean wedding food laced with weed?
Yeah, ate weed laced wedding food. Well, I mean, that's the way that this headlines right now. But yeah, so yeah, she ate wedding food that was laced with weed. The caterer actually laced the weed.
Really?
Yeah, and it took months, but a Florida caterer is being sued for allegedly serving marijuana-laced food at a wedding earlier this year. The woman who attended the event in February is suing, accusing Jocelyn Bryant of lacing food with poisonous levels of cannabis.
Oh.
It's not that she got laced with cannabis, but like, hey, bitch, you went too much. The court docs say that the woman had no idea the food contained marijuana and is seeking more than $30,000 in damages. Right now, samples of the food outside the event were sent to a lab for testing and was discovered that the lasagna and the bread tested positive for THC. Now, it wasn't a poisonous level. Just the problem is this lady who's suing ate way too much. Maybe you shouldn't go back for thirds then. It is a wedding. Save some of this buffet for other people. Right? Especially since it's all carbs. All she did was carbo load, and now she's suing because she's like, you gave me a poisonous amount. No, that's a poisonous amount of cheese. It doesn't even matter if there's THC in it. You know?
Yeah, it's on her.
That's on her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get. That's when fat strikes back. Right? And this is happening in our Senate right now. They're reportedly eyeing significant marijuana legislation right now. There's a lot of different bills that are up on the agenda here before the end of the year that must be passed or dismissed. So they're working overtime. And in Senate, that means, 15 minutes a day. So they're looking at this significant marijuana legislation along with their other must-pass year-end bills, not legalization on a federal level, but rather letting cannabis companies access banking institutions and creating grants for state expungement. Now, why does this matter? Couple reasons. First and foremost, it protects a dispensary because they're cash-only business.
Right.
And honestly, like they're like a mark for robberies, and like it's in other states, in like California and Oregon, criminals have done things. So it's bad. They need to be able to bank regularly, and it'd be great to use a debit card while you're buying your weed.
Right, not cash.
Yes. Another reason why it would be great for us as far as radio companies, broadcasting companies, because we do not allow marijuana to advertise on the radio because they could technically get money seized or whatnot because of the banking issue.
Oh,
yes. And then, we can't be sit there with like asked out saying that we're owed like $10,000 from a dispensary. And they're like, sorry, we got seized, our income seized by the feds at any moment. So if they do pass this, maybe this means we can get endorsements from dispensaries. Because wouldn't that be fucking awesome?
Yeah.
So there's your weed news. Let's get back on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here with the beautiful Mari and almost equally as beautiful Powers.
I'll take it.
Broadcast. Yeah, it's somewhat. It's like a compliment, but different.
Where's beautiful Mari? You're on there.
Yeah, no, I got.
Oh, shush. Well, yeah. Now we're joined by the beautiful Mari.
Yeah, I had a little technical difficulty.
Her camera cut out, and like 5 dudes left the stream immediately. I'm out. All right. As we're getting older, we're finding out that we're becoming part of the problem generation. Younger generations always look to the older generations to, basically call them out for the mistakes that they made in the past. It doesn't stop. And now younger generations have been calling out boomers and Gen Xers for toxic things that they've been doing. And here's a list of some of these examples. One of the most toxic boomer mindsets that they feel they need to change is that more struggle equals more growth. Yeah.
The old bootstraps.
Yes, right? An unnecessary workload only burns people out and does the opposite is what they're saying. Would you agree or disagree on this?
I mean, I definitely think that like the concept of like, how we like to grind, we're like really proud of that.
Right.
We're actually kind of wrong for being that way. Like we shouldn't be as proud of like, I work myself to the bone to get a scrape, or a scrap. So that's kind of the thing about it. I don't know.
I'll give you an example that just happened last night. So my daughter's been working a part-time job, right? And then last night she worked for my mom doing a casino party, right? And so then that was a Sunday night. She wasn't going to get home till like 11. Ooh. She's been working like 4 days before, doing school in the morning, work in the afternoon, and then she has work again tonight. starting at 4. And so it was going to be lack of sleep, 5th day in a row and everything. So I told her, I was like, you know what? Stay home tomorrow. Stay home from school, get your rest, get caught up with your schoolwork online. And then that way you don't do a 16-hour day after doing essentially a 16-hour day.
Look how quick that happened. She's only had that job for how long? And now all of a sudden, look how quick that happened.
Yeah, part of that problem is my mom. My mom would work anyone to the bone. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I agree with that. All right, this confirms my blooming theory that Facebook is the Gen X diary. Somebody commented. Another person say, I hate Gen X more than boomers. Ooh. Because boomers were handed unprecedented wealth and prosperity on a platter, and we expected them to do what was right and prudent. They failed, but Gen X took everything their parents hadn't already wrecked by accident and finished the job with purpose.
That's what some people also say about Gen X. That's why we still have so many old people, like in Congress and the Senate, because that generation didn't step up to replace them.
That's true.
They just I always quote The Simpsons there's an episode where Lisa's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Bart tries to impress them by skateboarding, and all her cool friends like, ugh, that totally reeks of effort.
Yeah.
And that's the attitude of that entire generation.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh. And finally, this comment was shared, and I came across this piece on BuzzFeed. But it says, shout out to all my fellow millennials who have discreetly apologized to waiters for their Gen X parents' rude/disrespectful attitude. So there's a generation gap
not
there.
Me.
That's a to each their own.
I don't think you're Gen X though, Amari.
I'm not?
No.
I'm Gen Z?
You're Gen something. We'll figure that out on the podcast broadcast. Keeping the conversation moving on youtube.com/BFeed. You can join us there. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. There's a couple more comments I didn't get to. I'll never understand boomer/Gen X. I hate my wife humor.
I hate it. I'm over that.
Right.
I hate that. I think that's the worst.
Right. I think that even started before boomers, though.
It did. Well, that I think just comes back from back in the day when life was hard. That's the point. It's the old ball and chain, and your boss is going to be Mr. Spacely, but you have to work at the coal mine. You don't have a choice for 30 cents. You don't have rights.
The Al Bundy, Peg Bundy dynamic.
Thing, yeah.
You see that picture, though, that was on Reddit, or where there's dads that duct tape the mom and the daughter's mouths, and then say finally peace on earth.
Yeah.
And that's their Christmas card, that the mom and the daughter are quiet, so it's peaceful. And that's a Christmas
that's
card.
The old, that's the old
and I'm
cliche.
that's a weird Christmas card.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's wholesome enough, because I've seen that with It's Just on the Kids, where it's peace and quiet. I get it. But yeah, the nagging wife, I hate that.
Right. Shout out to Rick joining the stream saying that Maury's looking good. Anthony said in the comments, getting good views on your interview from last week. Yeah.
That froze me for a second, because that scares me because of my questioning during that interview.
Your fantastic question?
No.
What are you talking about?
I ruminated about that question for days.
Yeah.
I was like, why did I ask that question of all questions? And better questions kept popping in my head throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was so traumatized by my horrible interview skills.
Oh, you think it was that bad, huh?
I mean, I literally asked him if you'd rather have balls.
No, I know. I have that video clip right here.
Wait. Don't cut her off. Go on. You asked what?
Oh, man. Watch this. Underneath your chin or as earlobes?
Oh, yeah. That's a good hard-hitting journalistic question. That's
the real deep stuff here.
I'm sorry.
I'll probably go with
question.
I'll probably go with earlobes, because maybe they'll look like you could pass them off as
gauges,
jewelry or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could gauge them though, huh?
I think that's an excellent answer, Chris, because I love getting my ears nibbled on, and I think that would feel fantastic.
You get a double whammy.
Hey, he answered it, and I did have it ready to go.
Yeah.
So thanks for bringing that up.
I mean, I will say that is not that's
Why?
ridiculous.
Why did I do that?
My go-to is to ask them who their favorite Ninja Turtle is, and he actually asked that of Slash, which I was shocked at.
Yeah. And then the publicist called back and said, "We'll never do a fucking another interview with you. Childish bullshit." All right. So and Slash had an excellent answer. Okay. At the time that Ninja Turtles came out, he was already a multi-platinum millionaire, banging groupies daily. So he's like, I'm aware of the Ninja Turtles, and that's it. The rest is I'm Slash. So, anyways. Yeah, and luckily for you, I didn't give two shits about Slash. That's why I asked that question. your question was fantastic because at least he answered it and it gave us something to make fun of for a couple days.
Oh my God, I'm sure.
Yeah. And in fact, it's so good. I think it's worth a DJ replay. DJ replay.
Yes. Right. I'm so over. Oh man.
You over this?
My question is, okay, would you rather have testicles underneath your chin or as earlobes?
Oh yeah. DJ replay.
My question is, okay, would you rather have testicles underneath your chin or as earlobes?
Oh.
I mean, I did say it quite. Okay, would you rather have testicles underneath your chin or as earlobes? Okay, would you rather have testicles underneath your chin or as earlobes?
Oh yeah.
Where would you rather have?
You like she would like it right between her chin so she could just go
scarves. That's my answer.
Yeah. You
turtlenecks.
See Chris from Motionless in White. See his head go immediately down.
I feel like what the fuck?
This is him going, oh.
So funny.
I thought it was fantastic, and our interview with him was great. It's being well received online. Shit ton of likes. Nobody is roasting you or talking shit about your question. It all kind of fit with the natural conversation. I don't think he would have opened up and been as comfortable as he was if it wasn't for your question.
Oh, good.
So yes, I think it was fantastic.
Like Weirdo's questions were so good. So I guess like it offset. Like she asked like really solid questions that he was like, let's meet, you know?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. I thought it was good.
Your question is for the me who's watching, who doesn't quite know or care as much about this guy. Whereas her question is like, I'm a huge fan. Tell me all about the specifics of this lyric.
But I literally went
for
home
the fans.
And I told Kenzo. And I told him the question. He's like, "Oh, you asked that one again?"
Yeah,
it's literally my default question. I don't know what's in my head, and it's the only thing that I know how to ask people. I don't know why it's so inappropriate. Like I'm a child.
It cracks Manny up every time, and she's not lying about that because we used to do little speed videos of Would You Rather's of like me and Emil and Shmonty and Mari, and it was fun. It was good clickbait. And yeah, she asked that question a couple times. Yes. I'm like, oh, this old question again. All right.
Familiar.
Real quick update on this. So 4,200 views on that interview with 290 likes and 0 dislikes. I'm seeing 0 dislikes.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, man. So don't be a troll and dislike it. So far, doing pretty good. And again, this was an example of the argument was, hey guys, I haven't gotten an interview the entire fucking year. Can I get something? And then
whoa, Razor needs interviews too. Slow down, beef.
Yes, that's the response I got. Now Razor does a bunch of interviews here, and let me just.
Are we comparing?
Yeah, let's compare. Let's whip our dicks out real quick. Okay, I go to KFMA TV, which I should be running this page anyways, and I will eventually.
Oh, I didn't know we had a TV.
So that's what's funny about that too, because yours is on just the Be Vegan page.
Yeah.
With a following of 380.
Well, now it's 397. It's growing.
Boom.
Yeah,
so 400.
Yeah.
And the KFMA TV page has 1,000 followers.
Has 1,100 subscribers.
Okay.
So here's Razor's Disturbed interview, 57 views.
Disturbed.
Yes.
Small band Disturbed.
Right. Razor's interview with Johnny Hawkins of Nothing More, 54 views.
Oh.
Thunder Mother interview, 26 views. Let's see. Mark LaBelle from Dirty Honey. That's 47 views. I think that's Mary and Dorothy, but still
though, same concept.
84 views for Saint Asonia interview, and that's just that's the front page. So I'm like, okay, you do that. Meanwhile, the views on the interview, that's only one thing, right? Yeah. All the different clicks and hits that we got posting it and reposting it on social media with Instagram and Facebook, that all adds up as well. And again, our goal is to bring awareness that they're coming to town to sell tickets for the show and build awareness about the product. There's multiple reasons why doing this properly is beneficial to a lot of different people. And they keep saying, well, we're not going to give you anything because we need to give him everything. And that's my only problem is like, hey, a team player here, why don't you fucking give us both something equally, and then I will make everything out of it while you'll get nothing from that side. And that's not even trying to be pissy beef. This is just me spitting facts. Am I drooling? Because so many facts be spitting out of my mouth. I probably got it dripping from my chin like fucking my favorite porn star.
Oh my God.
I know. I got graphic.
Vulgar.
I know. That's what happens when I talk shit. All right, so let me hit the reset. Earlier this morning, we had a funny morning moron that I got to share with you. Went a little something like this. Check it out. 17 in time for your morning moron. Let's do it. Now, everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame, right? Well, there was a guy who was trying to get his in the worst possible way. And he was commenting on a Facebook page of Georgia police, right? The Georgia police put out a list of their most wanted criminals they're trying to track down. And it's Rockdale County, which is just east of Atlanta.
Okay.
So as they revealed this list, it's like kind of a best of at the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
It's like Tucson Weekly's best of. You look at the list, you're like, hey, why am I not on this list, right? And that's if you're doing something worth acknowledging. Oh, this guy, his name's Christopher Spalding. He commits crimes. He's been evading police for quite some time. He has 2 active warrants out for his arrest.
Okay.
So he was bummed when he did not make this sheriff department's most wanted list. In fact, actually, he wrote on the comments, I'm going to show it in the podcast broadcast stream. You'll see it right here. He comments, how about me? And then the Rockville County Sheriff's Office says, Christopher, you are correct. You have 2 warrants. We are on our way. Now, it wasn't just clever trolling by the sheriff's department. They did check it out. They did realize he did have 2 warrants, and they did take him into custody and thanked him for assisting in his own arrest. And here's a couple cool little factoids about this with Christopher. I'm going to show you a before picture, right? This is his Facebook profile picture. And you're going to see that, right? And I don't know if that was recently updated because I'm going to show you his mugshot and you're going to see the similarities here, right? The mugshot looks like this. Same exact outfit.
That is the exact same outfit.
So it's like they arrested him almost minutes after he posted and updated his profile picture. So for trying to get your 50 minutes of fame and feeling bummed out that you didn't make the most wanted list of your local sheriff's department, and then bringing that to the sheriff's attention to lead to your arrest definitely makes you a morning moron. All right, we're going to be on here 50 seconds with an update from Powers. He's got a story to share with us, but I want to share you this video real quick as I did this retweet, and this is for my wrestling fans and fight fans at the same time. You ever seen white noise happen in a real fight? Well, you're about to. That's Sheamus's finishing move.
Okay.
Watch this.
Oh, he's got him up.
Oh,
he's got him down.
Finish him. Watch this. He goes for the kick and then just gets him in the perfect position.
Wrap it up.
And he's like, oh, I'm just going to drop my weight on him. And boom. It was flawless. And yeah, he was done after that.
Yeah, he's himself.
Yeah. I love that. When wrestling moves happen in real life, it's a good time. All right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Just did a retweet here on the podcast broadcast. You can rewatch the video, youtube.com/beefvegan. But Power's been scouring the internet. What do you got to share with us, dude?
I got words.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Words like what?
Like words of the year.
Okay. I saw last week was Merriam-Webster Dictionary said gaslighting was the word of the year. Most people are using it incorrectly, by the way. So you might want to like look up the definition of gaslighting. But for whatever reason, it's not like we're using it more. It just seems like we're getting gaslit more.
Yeah.
And that was the word of the year. But that's not what this is, right?
No, well, that was Merriam-Webster. So let's go to Oxford.
Okay.
The Oxford English Dictionary. And I think it's something that some of us call do a bit more. Let's see if you know what goblin mode is.
Goblin mode.
Yes. So this is the first time there's been a voted on word. So this is the word that's been voted on by all the people. What's our word of the year? And goblin mode won. So goblin mode is a type of behavior which is unapologetically self-indulgent, just being lazy, staying inside, and like kind of hiding away. I was in pure goblin mode all weekend after that Somali festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I guess goblin mode. I mean, I'm surprised it's not like 2020's word of the year because of pandemic. It shut everyone down and forced them into goblin mode. But now people are choosing to go into goblin mode
because of that. Because of the amount of like, all right, let's go back into the real world. Oh, this place is kind of terrible. Let's go back inside and stay home.
Back, yeah.
One of my favorite things when it comes to plans are when plans get canceled.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the best?
It is.
As much as you're kind of bummed, it's like, oh, yeah, let's just stay
I know,
home.
because I'm also super like extroverted, but I love when like a good plan gets canceled.
Yup.
Yeah, that's how you know you're getting old.
Yeah.
And I'm right there with you. I'm not bagging on you guys at all, especially when it's weekday plans. Like, oof, yeah, didn't want to do that anyways. You know, even the rain with the Tamale Fest that we're going to be judges for, it was raining. So I emailed Veronica last minute just to see if I can get out of it. Just to be like, hey, are you still doing this Tamale Fest? Because it's raining. And then I looked online on their Facebook page. I'm like, damn it, rain or shine. All right.
That was a good time. It was a good time because we were out of there 3 hours. A good time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right. So goblin mode is
mode is
word
of the year.
Word of the year.
And it beat what was it? It was the other one was meta for metaverse.
Yes.
Terrible. That lost. And hashtag I stand with was third.
Oh,
so
yes.
this beat them by 94%. Because goblin mode's way more fun.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right.
You know who I know would love it? Kat.
Yes, she would.
She's all about goblin.
She went goblin mode this weekend. She was supposed to be a judge for the Tamale Fest.
Yeah.
Went straight goblin. All right, let's hit the reset. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with your beef tip after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, she actually commented on our post because we did a good night. We had a nice little picture, Mari. Yeah, we looked super good. And she was like, she commented, she's like, I was supposed to be a judge on that too.
Yeah.
Of course you were, influencer.
Yeah.
But you went goblin mode and you ain't influencing shit.
That's she crawls out of the cave to come into the show, and then that's what she says as she's like setting the camera. It's like, I look like a goblin. She always calls herself a goblin.
That's true.
Oh, she looks so cute though.
Of course she does. You all do. You're ridiculous.
She bags on herself. I know.
Oh my, she looks adorable though.
Yeah, all three of us do for sure. You're talking about us, right? All right, so I'll show you. Here's the pictures that we did. And you guys probably saw it, but I want to show Mari anyways. So this was the money shot here, the three of us. Boom, boom, boom. Right. And let me go to Powers thing because Powers, he spent, now full disclosure, we might have been a little buzzed.
We were also just like standing around.
We're standing around buzzed, but while I'm talking to people, and I met the owner of Tucson Foodie, by the way, which I'm going to talk to him. Yeah, we'll have him on the show here soon. So we did some good networking. But as I was talking to somebody, just Rico, whatever, Powers has his phone up like this and like in front of me. So I'm like thinking he's filming something, right? I feel like he's filming me. He spent like 30 minutes all stoned trying to take a selfie. and it seemed like forever, dude. Legitimately. And I said, give me that fucking camera. I'll take a picture of you already. It'll be the best picture you ever had. And of course he was doubting it. But what I did, I grabbed the phone and immediately before he went to go pose, which is his issue, he's going to pose.
Pose wouldn't look fine too.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have. And because he was fucking posing when trying to take a selfie for like 30 minutes. So I was just like, give me the phone. And I just start snapping. Boom, 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 TMZ style. Boom, 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 boom. And then once he figured out what I was doing, he was like kind of bagging on me, like, oh, all you're doing is a bunch of candids. And I'm like, I'm telling you this right now. You're going to have the best picture that has been taken of you in the last year based off of Beef Vegan's candid shots. And then he ended up choosing this one, which happened to be one of my candids. Oh. And it's right here. Let me see. What do you think of that?
That's a good photo.
It's a good photo.
Yeah, really goddamn right.
Oh, I agree.
Oh my gosh. From the hat to the umbrella to the sun. Oh, the lanyard. That's a really solid
And
photo.
the lanyard reads Sweet Tamale Judge.
That's
so
right.
yes, it says Sweet Tamale Judge. So sweet was a category, but at the same time, it makes it look like he's a sweet ass tamale judge.
That's a really solid photo. Is that on portrait mode or just?
Nope, that's just regular, and it's
Wow.
one of the candidates. And guess what? This asshole didn't do photo credit by Beef Vegan. So like he's breaking all the rules.
It's a shame. He sent me a watermark to put on there too, but I refused.
You should. That's what I'm saying. So it was a dick move not to photo credit me. I was going to comment on there and troll, but I
the
decided
amount
to
of
wait.
embellishment in this story that he just told is
No embellishment.
astronomical.
No embellishment. See, this is Rico's Candid, not as good.
No.
Right? And then this was an actual picture. Rico's mom gets photo credit for that. And then, boom,
Wow.
photo credit by Beef Vegan. In fact, I will comment here.
Jerk.
I mean, the jerk is someone who didn't give the photo credit.
You're right. It's true. I'm trying to erase artists. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. I mean,
Good photo
I
of you, though. Really good photo.
Yeah, it's good.
You look very happy.
Thank you. I was very happy.
Yeah, there you go. And post. Picked by Beef Vegan. Done and done.
So
That's what you
stupid.
get for not photo crediting. You got a photo credit, dude. Sorry, this is your first time using Instagram?
I know. People do not get photo credit, do they?
Yes, they do. They do, and they should. And it's offensive if you don't. Legitimately. I get people calling me out on that all the time. So I photo credit everybody.
Ah,
Yeah, I have to.
so out of the.
Once you get big time like me, you'll photo credit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I really.
Once they start seeing the hearts add up, then people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Too many people are liking that photo. You better give me credit. The little picture or a little camera emoji, and then at me.
Yes, and then the little dot, and then yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's what you gotta do.
Oh yes, okay, all right. I've seen those.
You know what's really funny is I do have a guy that he took a photo of me when I owned the business that I owned. Right. And it's my photo of me in the suit that I've used as a business card, poster, this and that. Right. He one time did something else. He's like, you really have gotten a lot of mileage out of that photo. Huh? Like it totally did. But I would be like, hey, I used it in this article. Anytime I got it published in a newspaper, I'd be like, make sure you photo credit this guy.
You have to.
Because that's in a newspaper. It's different than like, it's my business card.
You're not talking to a real journalist then, because whenever I get people asking me for pictures like from AZ Central or something, they ask me to give them pictures that where I know who took the photo.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They have to do the photo credit. All right, real quick, let's get ready for our beef tip. But this morning we did an F My Life, got another caller in for F My Life. This time he was a big baby. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Check it out.
Loving by your mom.
Awkward.
It is awkward. Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's the time for another edition of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to us at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, give us a call. 600 KFMA. That's 600-5362. And if we agree your life is F, we may hook you up with something. All right, Powers, you ready to weigh in on this first F My Life?
Indeed.
Okay, Sabrina sent me this email over the weekend. She said, today my ex messaged me on Facebook wanting to be friends with benefits. I'm married now, and he just found out his wife is expecting. She discovered the messages, and now I'm the quote-unquote homewrecker. F My Life for Sabrina? What do you say?
Yeah, that's an F My Life. This Facebook, I'll tell you, just those high schoolers, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that dude is shady as hell. So
yeah.
F your life, Sabrina. Rocco on the 2.1. Who's this?
This is Jose.
Jose, you got an F My Life for us?
Yes, because right now when you were coming back from the break, I thought you were going to do the Red Hot Chili Pepper tickets, and I'm already 15 minutes late to work, man. That's my F My Life, bro. I got to go in right now.
I say, big baby, I'm giving away those tickets at 8:10 this morning, and then Muse at 7:30 this morning, and then tomorrow morning at 7:10, I'll be giving away the Chili Peppers. So you didn't win them today, you can try again tomorrow because I'm giving away those Chili Pepper tickets all week long, all right?
That's fine. I'll take the insult, bro. At least I got more info as to when it's coming in.
You got it, dude. Thanks for calling in, Jose.
Later.
Good luck to you. Have a good day at work. All right, our next F My Life situation by Tiffany. She wrote, today my boyfriend asked me to untag him in our vacation photos together. Last month, he hid his relationship status and hid every trace of me. He says it's because he doesn't want any quote-unquote social media drama and people knowing about his quote-unquote personal life. We've been together for 3 years. F my life. What do you say, Powers?
Yeah, that's an F my life and an F your relationship. It's
Yeah.
probably done.
Yes. He's 100% cheating on you, Tiffany. I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I will bet my mortgage on it.
Yeah.
All right. Next F my life situation sent to me by Charles said last week, I struck out with 2 potential girlfriends, then found out that Jason David Frank died. I grew up with the Power Rangers, both types of heartbreak on one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel his pain?
Yeah, that was sad, but also, I do like his positive outlook of 2 potential girlfriends. That's a good attitude, though.
Yeah, the reason why they're potential girlfriends and never actual girlfriends is because you used to be a Power Rangers fan. Grow up. Big baby.
No.
All right. Yeah, okay. Just because you have a girlfriend now.
Right.
All right, 2 more left. Cheryl sent me this email. Said, back when I was a stewardess, I once asked a passenger what he wanted to drink. When he said marijuana, I started making pot jokes. He really asked for mineral water. I was given a drug test when we landed. F my life for Cheryl.
Yeah, that's an F my life.
Yes, all right. And final F my life for the day, and I agree with you with that last one to Cheryl. Final F my life for the day sent to me by Rain at beefvegan@kfma.com. She wrote, today I had to explain to my parents why it's inappropriate to take selfies at funerals. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. We're almost out of time, which is unfortunate, but I know. We had a good time. You can watch the show on replay at youtube.com/beefvegan, or even if you have the Spotify app, search Beef Vegan Presents, because we do our best of show there, mix it in with music, and you can watch video podcasts on demand as well. So it's really cool stuff. All right, my beef tip to you. I posted on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page that inflation sucks for sure. So name something that is criminally overpriced to you in the comments below. We got 113 comments and growing. Yeah, a lot of people are suggesting, concert tickets, ticket fees, beer, carne asada burritos, but most people are commenting that eggs are out of the control expensive, right? That and housing and weed, right? So here's my beef tip to you. Get a couple chickens. It's time. We all need chickens. Throw a rooster in the mix. I don't even care if they're cock-a-doodle-doodling in the morning, and that might be annoying. But is that more annoying than spending $10 for a dozen eggs? No. And it's even more than that. So get a couple eggs, and weed is expensive too. So while you're at it, get a couple chickens in the backyard and then grow a couple weed plants. Chickens love eating weed. And if you get a chicken who eats weed, and it'll be a nice plump chicken, and those eggs might even get you stoned. I'm not a scientist.
I was going to say, he's not a scientist.
Right. But I mean, it's worth experimenting with. So grow some weed, get some chickens. That's your beef tip. Thank you for listening. Robin Nash is up next. Drive safe, ride safe, rock local. Later.
He might be dying now. Maybe now.
Like a chicken.
Like a chicken.
To all your grief. But if you've been
Thanks for watching, guys.
kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.